And we are live. Welcome back to another Commonwealth Sports Betting video. I'm Ethan, better known as Best Pie Bets on Twitter. Let's go. I like that. How you doing, Ray? How you doing, Susan? Nice to see you guys in here. As always, coming at you with another video in hockey. Hopefully it's not the last. I mean, the Golden Knights can close it out. Pie a la mode, please. I'm hoping here. Pie a la mode. Ready for the EE Insights. Thank you. Appreciate it, Susan and Ray. Always nice to see you guys. But recap yesterday, Mariners first five money line minus 108. That cashed, which is good. 7-1 after 5 innings. So it was a good bounce back for Bryce Miller and a little bit of a letdown from Jesus Luzardo there. So nice to get that one in. But here again, talking some hockey, back to what we do usually. But yeah, pretty soon, I mean, after these Stanley Cup finals, gonna be more and more baseball, that's for sure. Cheryl and Richard from La Jolla, nice to see you guys. Nice to see you guys. I'm glad you guys are watching. I'm happy for it. Thank you again. But yeah, going back to some hockey, back to the roots here. But yeah, no, it's still been watching a bunch of these golf videos. I know I always say NHL discussion or MLB discussion, but I like to talk about golf more, I have to double check what the series line is, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty high for Panthers to come back, just like how it was when they were down 3-1 against the Bruins, against the, President's Cup team. So pretty interesting, pretty cool. I'm excited. I'm excited for this, Stanley Cup game, and I'm excited for more baseball this season, as baseball is just a nice grind and it's refreshing here and there to see some good pitch in here. It gets good defensive plays and stuff like that. I've always liked that. Baseball podcast low. Yes, very true. Yes. Baseball podcast low and away on all podcast formats. I'm going to be going through a few games, 2-3 games, something like that, talking to you about what I think either angles, might include some comp picks in there as well, but I don't know yet, but I will be going through it so game by game, going to talk about it in depth. So you have a little bit of insight, what I think about it, what I think about these certain games. And yeah, I think the first one is going to be, I have to double check there, but it's either, I think it's going to be, I'll do it. It's going to be on Thursday it drops. I have to double check the schedule because I want to drop it at night or try to drop it. But yeah, exactly. But yeah, we'll talk about baseball, talk about whatever comes to mind. But yeah, mostly a baseball podcast because low and away, hardest pitch to hit. That is for sure. Never wanted to hit that. Never wanted to hit that when I played, so I was always scared of that for sure. Tom only bets the horses. Yes, Tom in off his winner on Mage, number 8. One bet only he made, and he hits the Derby winner. So that was awesome when I was there watching it with him. So it was awesome to see that. But yeah, low and away. I'll have more info on that for you tomorrow when Ray and I do our U.S. Open preview. Yeah, going to be excited. I'm excited for this weekend. Excited for the U.S. Open. Excited to watch the best golfers play in the biggest American tournament. I mean, I guess the Masters is too, but I like the U.S. Open. You get a lot of people that can they can qualify and stuff. You have really cool stories about how these guys how they qualify, how they played many mini tours, and then they have their one chance here to make a name for themselves, basically in the U.S. Open in the full field. So excited for that. Always fun to watch. Interesting enough, I saw this video of Bryson DeChambeau chipping in the rough backwards. Well, with his clubs backwards, so like it's not the regular club head face; it's back of the club head face, and yeah, he just flips it around and hits it, and it popped out pretty easily. Obviously, not a lot of spin on it, but it was a funny video, cool video to see him, find new ways of you know, figuring his stuff out, figuring out certain shots around the green. It's pretty cool to see the creativity in these guys and in the games they play, basically. So always cool to see that. Also, I saw video of one golf podcaster or something talking with Tommy Fleetwood's caddy, who, as you know, one of the playoff holes they didn't go for it. He laid up in the rough, and that kind of. Oh, I think it was his last hole. So Tommy could have had a birdie to win, but he didn't. He laid up instead of going for it on the last hole in the par 5, and very controversial. A lot of people behind the screen, like us, like watching and stuff, are like, "Hey, you should have done this. You should have done that." Well, were you there? That's what basically Tommy Fleetwood's caddy told him. He's like, "Did you see the live person? Did you know what you want to do?" Like, he was kind of grilling him on that, but it was all in good fun because he was just joking. He was like, "Yeah, I'm just joking," but it's a good point to make. Like, something on TV might look different than what they see, and you got to go whatever the golfer and caddy agree on. You got to go with that. They got to go with what they're confident in, and you can never vary off that. You want full confidence in the player all the time. That's for sure. A bunch of armchair caddies. That's for sure, Sean. That's for sure. Armchair couch. I imagine the people eating chips or popcorn and be like, why you didn't go for that or stuff like that. So it was a lot of people weren't inside the ropes. That's for sure. They weren't there. They haven't seen it. A lot of people see it on the broadcast, and then what the broadcasters say they think is true, is fact, is 100%, but they might have, the broadcasters, of course, they might know a lot, but I mean, they're in a booth. They're not right there. You have the on-course guy that walks with them usually for the feature groups and stuff like that, but you don't know. You don't know what they say. You don't know what they see in that live. I mean, you don't, you got to go with what they're confident in. It's always the best decision, whatever you're most confident in, that's for sure. Trust me, from being there, everything went into, that's for sure. Everything. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they talked about it, knew what the stakes were and everything. So they have to go with what they feel the most comfortable. And I totally agree with his caddy. Sucks Fleetwood did not get his first PGA Tour win there, but it was nice for Canada to get that Nick Taylor win for them, for the Canadians there. I think Tommy Fleetwood, how many? He has, I think it's 19 or 20 top 5s without a PGA Tour win, which is the most in PGA Tour history. Has the most top 5s without a tour win or something like that. But great player. It's only soon enough he's going to get his win, get his moment of glory, that's for sure. And I'm excited for him to see that because his swing is it's nice. I mean, it's crazy how good it is, how consistent it is and stuff like that. But yeah, it was interesting. He was using a driver and mini driver in his bag, no 3-wood for that tournament. So that was pretty interesting too. It's cool that these guys have a little bit of a customization, and they know and they see what they want to do, what kind of bag they want to set up, basically. So it's cool to see. It's cool to see what kind of different combinations they choose depending on the course they play out. Usually, most of these guys change a club or two out of the bag for different courses. One course, they're like, okay, maybe I want a 7-wood here instead of my 3-iron or something like that. Whatever, just a random example. I'm just spitting numbers out there. But yeah, so it's cool to see what you guys what they decide. A lot of times, it's cool to look up and see what they're playing. A lot of times, I know whoever the winner is on the tour that weekend, they'll go in depth with in their bag, basically, stuff like that. So see what they're hitting, see what brand of balls they're hitting, see how many which clubs they have in their bag. So it's always interesting, though. It's very unique into the in the sporting world, I think, where you can kind of customize as much as you like with your tools, and gives room for creativity and stuff like that, and what you're most confident in. So always like to see. I'm excited for this tournament. Tomorrow, Ray and I are going to do a U.S. Open preview. Believe around the same time, or maybe 3 o'clock my time, so 6 o'clock Eastern. I'll double check, and of course we'll put it on Twitter so you guys know. And yeah, going on to the hockey comp pick today. It's going to be a little scary, but hey, scared money never made any money, or whatever, how that saying goes. I just fumbled it really bad, so don't judge me on that. Panthers team total over 2.5. That is going to be the pick. -108 on Barstool and Bet Rivers. You can get it right now. I gave it out at -104 for clients, so nice to it's still a good bet. I like the -108. I would play it probably up to -115, -120. Probably -120 would play it up to. I just like this play. A little bit safe. I don't know what kind of Bobrovsky we're going to see today. The Knights have been scoring a lot, but I know the Panthers have only scored 3 in one of their games this finals, but I think they bounced back here. 6 o'clock race test, so 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific/Phoenix time, Arizona time. So that's what we're going to do. But yeah, last time they were down 3-1 to the President Cup's trophy winner, to Boston. They scored 4 goals, 7 goals, and then 4 goals in the next 3 games. So I think they bounce back here offensively. Also, in all of the playoffs, they have a 3.01 expected goals for per 60. Like that as well. In the finals, 3.19 expected goals for per 60. So they have a good expected goals for. I think a little more pressure might be on Aiden Hill here as they're looking to close it out. They are at home, at their home ice in T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. But interesting enough, Vegas has a 3.52 expected goals allowed per 60 at home in the playoffs. So interesting stuff. But yeah, I just think I don't know how Bobrovsky is going to be, so I think this is a safer play than the Panthers' money line. You don't know if the Knights are going to come out and score 6-7 goals, and it'll be like 7-3 or something, or 6-3, or you still cash that way. But I think they bounce back offensively. They play with a little bit more pace. Yeah, and also it's like a 2.99 goals allowed per 60 at home for Vegas in the playoffs as well. So really right close to that 3 range. So I think Panthers team total over 2.5 is a smart bet, is a smart, safe play. I see no value in the -190, 200 that Vegas has. I know the Panthers are like +170, which is kind of, I think it might be a little of an overreaction, but they have played 4 games so far, and Vegas handled them pretty well in all of them, in 3 of them, of course. So I think this is a better option. I think the Panthers will play with a little more urgency, trying to crash the net, trying to get some more shots on goal. And I think this is a little safer play in case, Vegas explodes offensively too. So, and also if Vegas scores a lot, it might open up more opportunities for the Panthers to score too. So I like this spot. Panthers team total over 2.5, -108 right now at Bet Rivers or Barstool. What I've learned with Barstool and Bet Rivers, they're like the same. They're the same book. Barstool is just basically takes the same odds as Bet Rivers every single time I've seen it. As much as I know, most of the plays and stuff like that. So a little bit interesting tidbit there. So if you're going to want to try to diversify your sports books portfolios per se, I would pick one of those. Pick either one you want. Bet Barstool or Bet Rivers. They're kind of basically the same thing. So you'll notice some of these sports books will have like the same lines as others, but most of the time Barstool and Bet Rivers exact same every time. So my suggestion would be pick one of those and then you have one of those. It basically counts as two, So Panthers team total over 2.5. Let's get this through. Let's keep the train moving in the right direction. We'll see if the Panthers can bounce back and win. I think they win. If they win, they're going to have to score 3 goals, I believe. So I think it's also a good. But they have, if they lose, they can, still score the 3 goals. I think it's a little safer. That's my, mindset with this. So I like the team total over 2.5 for the Panthers, -108. I'd like to thank everybody in the chat: Tom D, Ray, Gray Fox, Sean, Susan, as well as Susan with Cheryl and Richard from La Jolla. I'll see you guys soon. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss another video. I will be back here tomorrow with Ray, 6 p.m. Eastern, talking some U.S. Open major weekend. Let's go. I'm excited. Excited to watch this weekend, so let's have it. Follow us on Twitter at CW Sports Betting. We put some good content on there. You guys, Ray's been putting some good placement bets on there. He might have another one for this weekend, so you guys make sure to follow so you get some extra info, extra content. Follow myself on Twitter at Best Pie Bets. Always post what time I'm going, what's going to be, kind of the link and stuff for these videos. So you guys make sure to follow us on Twitter, and and follow Ray as well at Ray Gray Fox. Great content, great account, great follow. So you guys have a good rest of your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow, just 15 minutes later, to talk some golf, baby. So let's see you guys here tomorrow. Let's get this Panthers team total over 2.5 to cash. And golf talking tomorrow. Let's go. See you guys later. Have a good rest of your day. Kim Hastings, key lime is the best pie. Coming in clutch. Okay, key lime. I like key lime too. I like a lot of different pies, honestly. Key lime, very good. Grocery stores, they sell these like little single serving pies that I've gotten. They're called like select pies or something, like single serving in the frozen section. Very good. I like their key lime pie, that's for sure. So I'm glad Kim is here too. Thank you guys for everyone. Try not to get fined again. So you guys have a good rest of your day. See you back here tomorrow.